What if I told you that success isn't something you chase, but something you embody? What if success wasn't a distant dream, but something you already hold within you? The Stoics had a secret, a truth so profound yet so simple. They believed that success wasn't about wealth, fame, or power. It wasn't about what you owned, but what you controlled. And the one thing you can always control is yourself. Think about this. The fact that you are here today is an extraordinary testament to the perseverance of generations before you. Thousands of ancestors fought, survived, and endured hardships beyond imagination so that you could stand here in this very moment. Every struggle they faced, every sacrifice they made, every choice that led to another life has all culminated in you. You are the living proof of an unbroken chain of resilience, strength, and survival. That alone is a success story. Your very existence is built upon the triumphs of those who refuse to give up. Their spirit runs through you. And now, it is your turn to take that legacy forward, to carve your own path of success. Success is not a destination. It is not a goal. It is a state of being. You are success. And today, I will show you how to embody it. Chapter 1. Master your mind. Before you build a fortune, before you command respect, before you lead others, you must first lead yourself. Success starts from within. It is the foundation upon which everything else is built. Without inner mastery, external achievements crumble. Epictetus once said, "Man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems." Your mind is the battlefield where success is won or lost. Doubt, fear, and hesitation are the silent killers of potential. If your thoughts are chaotic, your actions will follow suit. The first step is to clear the clutter. Train your thoughts like an athlete trains their body. Strengthen your focus. Fortify your resilience. Your mind is not just a battlefield. It is the architect of your future. Every thought you allow inside shapes the foundation of what you build in the external world. If you let negativity, self-doubt, and hesitation take root, they will erode the strength of your ambitions. But if you plant discipline, determination, and clarity, you will grow an unshakable mindset that turns obstacles into stepping stones. Your mindset is not simply a tool. It is the very foundation upon which your actions and results are built. A chaotic mind leads to disorderly results, but a disciplined mind leads to unstoppable momentum. Imagine your thoughts as the architects of your fate. The structures they build depend on the raw materials you provide them. Will you construct a fortress of resilience or a house of fear ready to collapse under pressure? Guard your mind as if it were a treasure chest, because it is. It holds the key to everything you seek. What you feed it determines what it produces. If you fill it with negativity and fear, your reality will reflect that. But if you cultivate discipline, clarity, and determination, you will carve a path to success. Every great leader, every visionary, every icon of success began by taking control of their own mind. They understood that mastering their inner world meant mastering their external world. They practiced unwavering focus, training their thoughts daily, filtering distractions, and replacing doubt with decisive action. The Stoics believed that the mind is the ultimate tool in overcoming life's challenges. They trained themselves to find opportunity in adversity, to convert pain into power, and to turn misfortune into wisdom. The mind is not something that passively receives the world. It is something that actively shapes it. It is both a weapon and a shield. Wield it well, and nothing will stand in your way. It is the most valuable real estate you will ever own. Guard it, cultivate it, invest in it, because when you own your mind with purpose, the world will follow suit, and success will become inevitable. The world belongs to those who take control of their inner domain. Master your mind, and you master your destiny. Start your day with clarity. Write down 3 things you must accomplish each morning. These are your priorities. No distractions, no excuses. Take a moment to visualize yourself successfully completing these tasks, feeling the satisfaction of accomplishment even before you begin. Let this sense of purpose guide your actions. Break your goals into smaller, actionable steps to create a clear roadmap for success. If a task feels overwhelming, break it into bite-sized pieces that allow for steady progress. The key is momentum. Once you start moving forward, inertia will keep you going. To reinforce discipline, eliminate potential distractions ahead of time. Set clear boundaries around your focus hours. Use tools like time blocking and establish a morning routine that primes your mind for productivity. Finally, review your progress at the end of the day. Reflect on what you accomplished, what challenges you faced, and how you can improve tomorrow. This simple habit transforms daily tasks into a long-term success framework, keeping you aligned with your greater vision. When doubt creeps in, challenge it. Ask, is this fear real, or is it an illusion? Often, fear is nothing more than an echo of past failures, a whisper of uncertainty that has no bearing on your present abilities. Recognize that most doubts stem from imagined barriers, not actual limitations. Instead of succumbing to fear, dissect it. Ask yourself, what is the worst that can happen? How would I handle it if things don't go as planned? More often than not, you'll realize that the worst-case scenario isn't as catastrophic as your mind makes it seem. Reframe your doubt into an opportunity for growth. Turn, I can't do this, into, I haven't mastered this yet. Turn, what if I fail, into, what if I succeed beyond my wildest expectations? Your mindset shapes your reality, so shape it wisely. Fear is only powerful if you let it be. Practice daily stillness. Spend at least 10 minutes each morning in silence, allowing yourself to process thoughts, reflect on your goals, and gain mental clarity. This is your time to tune out the noise of the world and tune into your own mind. Focus on controlled breathing, steady your thoughts, and ground yourself in the present moment. If you find your mind wandering, gently bring it back to a focal point, whether it's your breath, a mantra, or a vision of success. Daily stillness is more than just a break from distractions. It is a training ground for inner mastery. It strengthens your ability to remain calm under pressure, make better decisions, and maintain composure in adversity. The more you practice, the more resilient your mind becomes. Over time, this habit will translate into a heightened awareness in every aspect of your life. Whether in high-pressure situations, critical decision-making, or personal growth, the ability to center yourself through stillness will be an invaluable asset. Make it a non-negotiable part of your routine. Success begins when you master your mind. It is not just about controlling your thoughts, but about aligning them with your purpose. A mind that is undisciplined is like a ship without a rudder, drifting aimlessly in the sea of distractions. When you take control, when you direct your focus with intention, you begin to shape your reality. Mastery of the mind means replacing limiting beliefs with empowering thoughts, transforming hesitation into action, and training yourself to see opportunity where others see obstacles. It requires resilience, the ability to filter out negativity, and the discipline to stay committed to your goals despite challenges. Your mind is your most powerful tool, capable of designing the life you desire. But like any tool, it must be sharpened, refined, and used with precision. The moment you take full ownership of your thoughts, you step into your potential. Success is not just about external accomplishments. It is the ability to control your inner world, to build mental fortitude, and to operate with clarity and determination. Once you master your mind, everything else falls into place. Chapter 2. Control your actions. You can think like a champion, but if your actions are weak, your results will be weak. The Stoics believed in action over words, effort over excuses, and discipline over motivation. Success is not just about thinking the right way, it is about translating those thoughts into decisive, consistent action. Seneca wrote, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare, it is because we do not dare that they are difficult." This highlights a crucial truth. Challenges do not hold us back, our hesitation does. The fear of failure, the reluctance to step outside our comfort zone, and the illusion of waiting for the perfect moment are the real obstacles to success. How often do we wait for the perfect moment? How many dreams have died because someone was waiting to feel ready? We convince ourselves that conditions must be ideal, that we must have all the knowledge, all the skills, all the confidence before we begin. But the reality is, success doesn't wait. Success moves. Success acts. Success adapts. Success creates. Think of the great achievers in history. They didn't wait for clarity. They acted despite uncertainty. They took risks, knowing that learning happens through experience, not contemplation. They stepped forward even when the future was unclear, because they understood that waiting breeds stagnation, but action breeds results. They understood that every decision, no matter how small, was a stepping stone toward progress. The longer you hesitate, the more difficult it becomes to move forward. Every moment spent waiting for the right time is a moment wasted. Time does not wait, and neither should you. Opportunities come and go, and those who seize them, despite their fear, despite their doubts, are the ones who rise. It is in those moments of hesitation that the future is determined. Imagine where you would be right now if you had started 6 months ago. Imagine where you will be 6 months from now if you start today. The most successful people in history were not always the smartest or the most talented, but they were always the ones who took action. They did not allow uncertainty to paralyze them. They understood that clarity comes through action, not contemplation. They knew that movement creates opportunity, and opportunity leads to breakthroughs. Procrastination is the silent thief of dreams. Every moment spent overthinking, doubting, and hesitating is a moment that could have been invested in growth. The hesitation you feel is simply resistance trying to keep you in your comfort zone. But success exists outside of that comfort zone. The more you delay, the stronger the resistance grows, making it even harder to break free from the cycle of inaction. Think of time as a flowing river. If you hesitate, you remain on the shore, watching opportunities drift by. But when you take action, even a small step, you enter the current of progress. Each move forward strengthens your ability to navigate toward your goals. The sooner you begin, the more control you have over your direction. There is no such thing as a perfect moment. There is only now. The best way to start is to start. Take one step forward, no matter how small, and let momentum build. Progress compounds. Action leads to confidence, and confidence leads to more action. This is how success is built, one bold step at a time. Every moment you hesitate, you are losing time that could be spent progressing. Every day you delay, you are allowing doubt to take deeper root. Success does not favor those who stand still. It rewards those who move with purpose. The journey is not about waiting for certainty. It is about moving in spite of uncertainty. Each challenge faced becomes a lesson, each setback a stepping stone, and each decision a mark of progress. Act now, refine later. Step forward, even if uncertain. Begin, and the way will reveal itself. There is no perfect moment. There is only now. Your future is waiting. The question is, will you seize it or will you watch it pass you by? Make a decision today that you've been avoiding. Take one small step forward, no matter how minor it may seem. Recognize that progress is not measured in leaps, but in steady, intentional movements. If the decision feels overwhelming, break it down into smaller, manageable parts and tackle them one at a time. Consider why you've been avoiding this decision. What fears or uncertainties are holding you back? Write them down, analyze them, and confront them head-on. Understand that hesitation often stems from imagined fears rather than real obstacles. When you break your fears down, you strip them of their power. Ask yourself, what is the worst that could happen if I take action? How likely is that worst-case scenario? More often than not, you will realize that the actual risk is much lower than the perceived risk. By breaking down the fear into manageable pieces, you take control of the narrative instead of letting it control you. Challenge yourself to act despite discomfort. Growth never happens in a state of ease. When you push beyond your comfort zone, you expand your abilities and develop a stronger, more resilient mindset. The more often you face uncertainty and take action anyway, the more natural it becomes. Remember, the weight of inaction is far heavier than the discomfort of making a choice. Each time you push through hesitation, you build resilience and confidence. By taking this step today, you set in motion a pattern of decisiveness and empowerment that will propel you toward greater success. You are conditioning yourself to be a person of action, and with each decision made, you reinforce the belief that you are capable, strong, and unstoppable. Develop a no-excuses mindset. If something matters, find a way. If it doesn't, admit it. Excuses only serve to reinforce limitations, while solutions create opportunities. When you commit to eliminating excuses, you force yourself to become resourceful, adaptable, and relentless. Ask yourself, is this really impossible, or am I just unwilling to make the necessary effort? Every challenge has a solution, and if one path is blocked, another can be created. The difference between those who succeed and those who falter often lies in their willingness to find a way forward despite resistance. Those who achieve great things are not those who have never encountered obstacles, but those who refuse to let those obstacles define them. Understand that success is not about convenience, it is about persistence. If something truly matters, no obstacle is too great, and no difficulty is too overwhelming. It is easy to look at setbacks as dead ends, but in reality, they are simply redirects. Each challenge you encounter provides an opportunity to sharpen your skills, expand your problem-solving abilities, and strengthen your resolve. The most successful people in history did not have smooth journeys. They faced hurdles, failures, and moments of uncertainty, yet they persisted. Every setback was merely a stepping stone, a lesson in disguise, and a test of their resilience. Train yourself to see setbacks not as reasons to quit, but as opportunities to innovate and push forward with even greater determination. A mindset shift from "this is too hard" to "this is an opportunity for growth" can transform the way you approach adversity. Every challenge, no matter how daunting, carries the potential for a breakthrough. By reframing difficulty as an essential part of the journey, you can transform obstacles into a source of power. Keep moving forward, knowing that every obstacle overcome brings you closer to your ultimate goal. Success is not a straight path, it is a winding road that requires adaptability, perseverance, and an unwavering belief in your ability to navigate whatever comes your way. Those who triumph are not those who avoid hardship, but those who embrace it, using every setback as fuel to push ahead with greater clarity and determination. The road to success is paved with moments of difficulty, but within them lies the power to shape your destiny. Use the 2-minute rule. If something takes less than 2 minutes to do it immediately. Small tasks accumulate, and by handling them swiftly, you prevent them from becoming a mountain of unfinished work. This habit not only keeps your mind clear, but also builds a sense of accomplishment that fuels greater productivity. Momentum is key. Completing these small tasks reinforces a proactive mindset, allowing you to transition seamlessly into bigger responsibilities. The more you act, the more you train your brain to prioritize efficiency and execution. By taking control of small, immediate actions, you develop a sense of discipline that carries over into larger, long-term goals. This approach creates a psychological shift, making productivity feel natural rather than forced. Every completed task becomes a stepping stone, strengthening the foundation of success. Consider pairing the 2-minute rule with habit stacking. Attach these quick tasks to existing habits to reinforce consistency. For example, while waiting for coffee to brew, respond to an important email. While standing in line, review a short to-do list. These micro-actions compound into a powerful work ethic over time. The key to mastery is repetition, and by integrating efficiency into your daily routines, you make success habitual. Small daily efforts add up exponentially, turning once insignificant actions into deeply ingrained habits of success. Additionally, use this momentum to combat procrastination. Often, the hardest part of any task is simply getting started. By tackling small actions first, you create an immediate sense of progress that can propel you into more demanding tasks with ease. Think of it as unlocking the door to productivity. Once you step through, the rest becomes much more manageable. Progress fuels motivation, and motivation in turn fuels even greater progress. Over time, this cycle builds a momentum so strong that hesitation and delays become foreign concepts to you. When you develop the habit of immediate action, you build trust in yourself. You become someone who follows through, someone who gets things done, someone who is reliable and driven. The discipline of acting quickly is not just about completing tasks, it is about shaping your identity as a person of action and decisiveness. This transformation leads to greater self-confidence, higher levels of productivity, and an increased ability to handle challenges with poise and resilience. Success is built in the doing, not in the waiting. When you make it a practice to eliminate small obstacles immediately, you create space for bigger achievements. More importantly, you train yourself to see action as the default response to challenges rather than hesitation or avoidance. Over time, this shift in mindset can lead to greater confidence, a heightened sense of purpose, and a stronger drive to pursue even larger ambitions. The ability to act decisively and consistently will separate you from those who merely dream and those who achieve. The choice is yours. Will you be a passive observer, or will you take control and move forward with purpose? Chapter 3. Embrace adversity. Every great success story is filled with failures, setbacks, and obstacles, but the difference between those who rise and those who fall is simple: perception. Ryan Holiday, a modern Stoic, wrote, "The obstacle in the path becomes the path." Never forget, within every obstacle is an opportunity to improve our condition. The Stoics didn't fear hardship, they used it. Every challenge is an invitation to grow, to become stronger, to prove yourself. They understood that adversity is not the enemy, but the teacher. Each setback is an opportunity to refine one's skills, sharpen resilience, and cultivate an unbreakable spirit. Instead of resisting struggle, the Stoics leaned into it, extracting wisdom from every hardship and using it to build their character. Adversity tests you, but it also reveals you. It forces you to confront your limitations, to adapt, and to push beyond what you thought possible. It is through struggle that your true capabilities emerge, and every hardship serves as a mirror reflecting who you truly are. The key is to shift your mindset, to stop seeing difficulty as a burden and start recognizing it as an opportunity for expansion. When you face a setback, ask yourself, what is this teaching me? How can I use this to grow? What strength am I developing right now that I didn't have before? Beyond growth, hardship is a proving ground. It separates those who merely wish for success from those who earn it. Challenges expose your weaknesses, but they also reveal your strengths. They push you to develop resilience, problem-solving skills, and perseverance. Every failure contains a lesson, every hardship an opportunity, every challenge a chance to redefine yourself. The road to greatness is paved with obstacles, but those who persist long enough eventually turn those very obstacles into stepping stones. Think of history's greatest figures, leaders, innovators, and visionaries. Their paths were never smooth. Their success was paved with countless failures. Their triumphs were not in avoiding difficulty, but in embracing it as fuel for transformation. The world is filled with stories of those who turned adversity into triumph. J.K. Rowling, before becoming one of the best-selling authors of all time, was rejected by multiple publishers. Steve Jobs was fired from the company he founded, only to return and revolutionize the tech industry. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. These individuals did not let failure define them. They let it refine them. They refused to accept setbacks as permanent defeat, and instead saw them as opportunities to learn, adapt, and come back stronger than before. You, too, have the power to reshape your perception. Start viewing setbacks as lessons rather than failures. Every challenge is an invitation to evolve, to refine your skills, and to cultivate resilience. Embrace discomfort as an opportunity to sharpen your abilities and develop strength where once there was hesitation. Growth is born in struggle, and those who learn to harness it find that the greatest achievements come not from ease, but from perseverance. Develop the habit of looking beyond temporary hardship to see the long-term gain. What appears to be an obstacle today may well be the foundation of your future success. Every hardship refines you, shaping your mindset and abilities, molding you into someone who can overcome even greater challenges. Train yourself to seek the hidden lessons in adversity, to mine struggle for wisdom, and to use each difficulty as fuel for your ambition. Success is not about avoiding adversity. It is about using it as a stepping stone to something greater. The strongest individuals are not those who never fall, but those who rise each time they do. The key is to reframe struggle, to see it as part of the journey rather than a deviation from it. A moment of difficulty is not an indication that you are failing. It is proof that you are growing. Each time you rise from a setback, you gain a new level of resilience, another layer of mental toughness, another reason to push forward when others would quit. When adversity strikes, remind yourself that pressure creates diamonds and storms nourish the strongest trees. Hardship is not a signal to stop, but a call to rise. It is in these defining moments that the strongest individuals are forged. Every great achievement, every triumph, every groundbreaking success was built on a foundation of struggle, perseverance, and unwavering determination. Nothing truly great has ever been built without overcoming hardship. The path to excellence is paved with trials, yet every difficulty strengthens your foundation. When you push through obstacles, you reinforce your resilience and deepen your wisdom. Growth comes not from avoiding struggles, but from leaning into them, using them as stepping stones toward greatness. The next time you face difficulty, remember, this is not a dead end. It is a doorway to a stronger, wiser, and more resilient version of you. Your future self will thank you for embracing the challenge today. With each hardship you conquer, you become more equipped to face greater challenges ahead. You are not being tested to break. You are being tested to prove just how unbreakable you truly are. When faced with a setback, ask, what lesson is hidden in this? What strength can I build from this experience? How can I apply this knowledge moving forward? What new skills am I developing as a result of this challenge? Recognize that within every challenge lies an opportunity to improve, to grow, and to refine your approach. Difficulties are not just obstacles, they are stepping stones that force you to develop resilience, adaptability, and problem-solving skills. Each hardship tests your patience, your creativity, and your determination. The moments when you feel most tested are often the moments when your greatest transformation occurs. It is in these challenges that you uncover strengths you never knew you had. The more you embrace setbacks as stepping stones, the stronger your foundation for success becomes. Every obstacle forces you to sharpen your focus, to reassess your priorities, and to reframe how you approach difficulties. The way you respond to setbacks determines your trajectory. Will you let them define you, or will you let them refine you? The key is to extract wisdom from hardship, transforming setbacks into valuable learning experiences that prepare you for even greater success. Instead of viewing setbacks as failures, see them as a necessary refinement process that pushes you closer to excellence. Every challenge provides an opportunity to develop resilience, to adapt in the face of adversity, and to cultivate the grit required to succeed. Each hardship builds an inner strength that no success alone can teach you. It teaches you patience, perseverance, and the importance of showing up even when things feel impossible. Adopt the mindset that every difficulty is an opportunity in disguise, guiding you toward your highest potential. Look beyond the immediate discomfort and recognize that trials are a gateway to personal evolution. Growth never happens within comfort zones. It requires stepping into uncertainty and facing challenges head-on. The path to mastery is not linear. It is filled with unexpected twists, moments of doubt, and the need for course corrections. But ultimately, each struggle strengthens your ability to navigate life's uncertainties with confidence and perseverance, ensuring that when you do reach your goals, you will be unshakable. Replace, "Why is this happening to me?" with, "How can I use this?" Keep a challenge journal. Write down struggles you overcame. Over time, you'll see that every setback was a stepping stone. Success isn't avoiding failure. Success is built on failure. Chapter 4. Build unbreakable discipline. Motivation fades, discipline endures. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, 'I have to go to work, as a human being. What do I have to complain of if I'm going to do what I was born for?'" Success is showing up even when you don't feel like it. It's consistency in the face of laziness. It's action despite resistance. It's the ability to push forward when every fiber of your being wants to retreat. It's understanding that growth happens in discomfort, that mastery is built through repetition, and that greatness is forged in the moments when you choose discipline over indulgence. True progress isn't about waiting for motivation to strike. It's about creating momentum through deliberate and decisive action, even when the path is uncertain. Every great achiever, every visionary, and every leader has battled resistance. They too have felt the pull of procrastination and the comfort of inaction. But what sets them apart is their refusal to let fleeting emotions dictate their destiny. They rise not because they always feel like it, but because they have conditioned themselves to act regardless of how they feel. They have trained their minds to understand that discipline trumps inspiration, and success is a result of consistent effort over time. They acknowledge that discomfort is a prerequisite for progress, and they embrace it as a sign of growth rather than a deterrent. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. The more you embrace discomfort, the more resilient you become. The more you show up, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you once believed. Success is not built in a single moment of inspiration. It is sculpted through 1,000 small choices to show up, take action, and persist when others would quit. Each time you push past hesitation, you reinforce your ability to act despite adversity, strengthening the habit of perseverance that fuels lifelong achievement. With each decision to move forward, you develop a mindset that is unshakable, immune to self-doubt, and resistant to distractions. True discipline is not just about persistence. It is about refining your habits and aligning your actions with your long-term vision. It is about maintaining focus in the face of distractions, resisting the temptation to seek short-term comfort over long-term gain, and continuously building upon past efforts, even when progress feels slow. Every action you take compounds over time, shaping the person you are becoming. This is the foundation of unbreakable success. The difference between those who merely dream and those who achieve is their ability to show up, even on the hard days. Success is not about grand gestures. It's about the daily, disciplined choices that shape your character. Every time you push forward despite doubt, discomfort, or fatigue, you prove that you are in control of your future. Every small step forward, no matter how insignificant it seems in the moment, compounds over time, creating an unstoppable momentum that propels you towards success. The process may not be glamorous, but it is effective. When you commit to showing up no matter what, you build an identity rooted in discipline, self-reliance, and perseverance. This commitment ensures that success is not left to chance, but is an inevitable result of continuous effort. Every small act of discipline strengthens your resolve, reinforcing the belief that you are capable of overcoming obstacles and achieving greatness. The act of showing up, day in and day out, is what separates those who merely dream from those who succeed. Keep showing up. Keep taking action. Over time, consistency will become your superpower, and success will follow as a natural consequence. Each day that you push forward, despite challenges or fatigue, you add another layer to your foundation of resilience. The process of improvement is gradual, but the accumulation of small victories leads to monumental success. The greatest athletes, entrepreneurs, and leaders in history were not shaped by single moments of triumph, but by years of persistence and unshakable commitment. The more you practice this principle, the more deeply ingrained it becomes. It shifts from being an effort to being a way of life. You evolve into a person who doesn't just pursue success, but embodies it in every action, every habit, and every choice. You become a beacon of inspiration to those around you, setting an example through your relentless pursuit of excellence. Your commitment creates a ripple effect, encouraging others to step up, push past their limits, and chase their own dreams with unwavering determination. By showing up consistently, you forge a legacy built on perseverance and purpose. You leave behind a testament that success is not a fleeting moment, but a lifelong journey of growth, learning, and mastery. The road may be long, but every step forward solidifies your place among those who refuse to settle for mediocrity. Keep moving, keep striving, and let your unwavering dedication carve the path to the extraordinary. Follow the 5-second rule. When you know what needs to be done, count down and take action. This simple countdown interrupts hesitation and forces you into movement before doubt or procrastination can take hold. When you hesitate, your brain begins to create reasons to delay. But by immediately counting down and acting, you override that internal resistance. The mind may be wired to seek comfort, but action rewires it for momentum. Inaction creates stagnation, but movement generates opportunity. The more you practice this, the more natural it becomes to take immediate action without second-guessing yourself. It rewires your brain to associate quick decision-making with progress rather than fear. Hesitation is the silent killer of dreams. Every moment spent debating whether to act is a moment lost to doubt and delay. The 5-second rule is a tool to combat this by removing overthinking from the equation. When you eliminate hesitation, you take control of your actions, your mindset, and ultimately, your success. Action is the bridge between potential and achievement, and the sooner you step onto that bridge, the faster you move toward your goals. Use this technique in every area of your life, whether it's getting out of bed early, making a difficult phone call, speaking up in a meeting, or pushing yourself through a tough workout. The more you apply it, the stronger your ability to act without hesitation becomes. Train yourself to become someone who doesn't wait for the perfect moment, but instead creates momentum by taking action instantly. Life rewards those who move. Master this, and hesitation will become a thing of the past. Instead of waiting for opportunities, you will create them. Instead of being reactive, you will become proactive. Success will no longer be something you chase, it will be something you embody. Set non-negotiables, habits so ingrained that skipping them isn't an option. These are the rituals and routines that define who you are and what you stand for. They are the bedrock of your success, the daily disciplines that build consistency and momentum. Identify the core habits that align with your values and goals. Whether it's a morning routine, a fitness regimen, reading for personal growth, or maintaining a certain level of productivity, commit to them as if they were essential to your survival. When something becomes a non-negotiable, it is no longer a question of if, it is simply when. This shift in mindset removes any hesitation, reinforcing the idea that success is built through relentless execution, not sporadic effort. Success is built through unwavering discipline, and discipline is reinforced through non-negotiable habits. The more ingrained these habits become, the more they shape your identity. You don't just exercise, you are someone who never misses a workout. You don't just read, you are a lifelong learner. You don't just work hard, you are someone who shows up and delivers no matter what. Your non-negotiables serve as your foundation, providing structure and consistency, even when life becomes unpredictable. They eliminate decision fatigue, replacing uncertainty with automatic action. When your habits are ingrained deeply enough, discipline becomes effortless. It is simply part of who you are. Your ability to show up every day, regardless of circumstances, becomes your greatest competitive advantage. When challenges arise, when motivation fades, and when obstacles threaten to derail your progress, your non-negotiables will keep you anchored. They remove the option of inconsistency, replacing it with a mindset of absolute commitment. The moment you decide that skipping is not an option, success is no longer a possibility. It becomes an inevitability. The road to excellence is paved with repetition, and each day you reinforce your non-negotiables, you inch closer to the version of yourself capable of achieving extraordinary things. Success is not a single event. It is the sum of every disciplined action taken without compromise. Develop a work ethic stronger than your excuses. Your commitment must be greater than your convenience. Your dedication must be unshakable, even in the face of discomfort, fatigue, or resistance. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who settle lies in their ability to work when others rest, to push forward when others quit, and to demand more from themselves than the world ever will. Excuses are easy, but results are earned. Every time you justify inaction, you reinforce a habit of mediocrity. But when you silence excuses and choose effort instead, You create a standard of excellence that becomes the foundation of your success. Hard work is not just about doing more, it's about doing what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel. Your work ethic is your ultimate weapon. It will separate you from the average, elevate you above the competition, and build within you an unstoppable drive. Show up when no one is watching. Give your best effort when no one expects it. Train yourself to take pride in discipline, and soon, success will be the natural result of your unrelenting effort. Success belongs to those who are disciplined, relentless, and unwavering in their commitment to their goals. It is not a gift granted to the lucky, nor is it reserved for the naturally talented. It is earned through consistent effort, persistence, and an unbreakable mindset. True success is not just about talent or intelligence. It is about the willingness to push forward when motivation fades, to persist when obstacles arise, and to maintain focus when distractions tempt you away from your path. Discipline is the foundation upon which every great achievement is built. It is waking up early when you would rather sleep in. It is doing the hard work even when no one is watching. It is making sacrifices today for the rewards of tomorrow. Those who master discipline understand that success is not about how you feel in the moment. It is about what you commit to over time. It is the small, daily decisions that shape your destiny, and the discipline to remain consistent that ensures you reach your full potential. There will always be reasons to quit, excuses to make, and obstacles to overcome. But those who are disciplined refuse to be controlled by temporary emotions or fleeting discomforts. They show up no matter what. They do the work, whether they feel like it or not. They push past resistance because they understand that growth only comes through struggle, and excellence is forged in the fire of persistence. Success belongs to those who do not surrender to laziness, to doubt, or to distractions. It belongs to those who take control of their time, their energy, and their focus. The disciplined do not wait for opportunity, they create it. They do not hope for success. They command it through their actions, their mindset, and their unwavering determination. In the end, discipline is not just a tool for achieving success. Chapter 5. Stay humble, stay hungry. The moment you think you've made it is the moment you begin to fall. Success is not a peak, it is a journey, an ever-evolving process of refinement and mastery. The danger of complacency is that it tricks you into believing you have arrived, when in reality there is always more to learn, more to improve, and more to strive for. Epictetus warned, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." Growth is only possible when you acknowledge that you do not have all the answers, that wisdom is an endless pursuit, and that stagnation is the true failure. The Stoics taught lifelong learning, self-reflection, and humility. The moment you believe you are beyond growth, you are no longer successful. Success is not about proving you are the best. It is about continuously pushing yourself to be better. The greatest minds, the most powerful leaders, and the most successful individuals all share one common trait: an insatiable hunger for improvement. You must always remain a student of life. True mastery comes not from reaching a destination, but from constantly expanding your knowledge, refining your skills, and challenging your own beliefs. The minute you stop learning, you begin to decline. Stay humble in your victories, hungry in your pursuits, and open to new perspectives. Success is not found in a single achievement, but in the relentless pursuit of greatness. Seek out mentors that challenge your thinking. End every day by asking, "What did I learn today? How can I improve tomorrow?" Stay hungry, never settle, always aim higher. Success isn't something you wait for. It isn't something you chase. It is something you cultivate within yourself every single day. It is the habits you build, the mindset you sharpen, and the discipline you maintain. Success is the product of every choice you make, every action you take, and every obstacle you overcome. It is not found in external validation, nor is it granted by luck. It is something you embody, something you become. The moment you stop waiting and start acting, the moment you stop chasing and start creating, you will realize that success has been within you all along.